think we're going here. Welcome to the broadcast. My name is John Mayfield, the Real Estate Tech Guy, and thank you so much for joining. We are setting up some new equipment and doing some testing, and I thought, well, I'll go ahead and do a short video blog for my subscribers, and actually going to do a math problem for you today. So let's go over to the iPad and take a quick look at a math problem that I have, and I'll kind of bring this up a little bit bigger for you. As you can see, it says a borrower paid $180 interest on a 90-day straight note. The principal was $9,750. Principal, again, that's just another name for the loan amount, right? So the loan amount, the principal amount was $9,750. What was the interest, or the interest rate? Now, I had a gentleman send me an email over the weekend, and he's like, this question kind of threw him off base a little bit, because he's like, why did you multiply times 4? There's 90 days, there's only 3 months in 90 days. Well, it's a great question, but as I wanted to explain to him, there are 3 months is a quarter, there are 4 quarters in a year, correct? So 3 times 4 is 12 months, 12 months in a year. 90 days does equal 3 months, but there are 4 sets of 3 months in 1 year. Now, anytime we're working math problems and we're trying to convert or figure an interest amount, we have to convert everything to annual figures. That's why I had to multiply times 4, because the problem, and I'll go back to the question, the problem tells us that the borrower paid $180 interest on a 90-day straight note. Well, we've got to figure out what is the annual interest paid, and then we can plug that into our T problem, and we can solve for the annual interest rate, which is what they're asking. Now, want to just stop again and remind you, this is why the real estate exam is so challenging, because we would love for the item writers to just put in the question that the loan amount wasn't, they took a loan out for this much money, but they don't do that. They throw words in there like principal and other types of verbiage and words, and so you've got to know and be able to immediately recognize that, well, principal is the amount of my loan that's still due, okay? So here's how we solve this problem. I'm just going to come back over here to the iPad, and I want to draw my T out, because we want to get my color here. So we want to draw the T problem out. Now remember, we want to put our mathematical symbols on the T. So if we have the 2 bottom, we know that we multiply, correct? If we have 1 of the top and 1 of the bottom, what does our math tell us to do? It tells us to divide. Okay, so I'm going to erase all of this, and we're going to just come back and work our T problem. Just try to clean this up for you a little bit. And I should have made a bigger eraser. I could have gotten rid of that quicker, but there we go. Okay, so 90-day straight note. This is why I took there's 3 months. This is why I took this times 4. because that gives us 12 months in a year. Now, if the borrower paid $180 interest on a 90-day straight note, then it tells us that the principal, the loan amount, was $9,750. So I want to take $180, the amount of interest paid right there, and I want to divide that by 4. Or actually, pardon me, I want to multiply that times 4. And when I multiply that times 4, I get $720. Lost my connection with my iPad, or my pencil, so we'll try to get that back up here and connected. $720. Now I can work the T problem. So I put my T problem, my T up with my math symbols. What does $720 represent? It represents annual interest. Remember, this is part, this is total, and this is percent. We're solving for the percent. Pretty easy for us to know because it wants to know what's the interest rate. So we're solving for this box right down here. So the question is, remember, part or the smaller number, total or the bigger number. Well, when you look at your two choices you have, 720 is smaller than 9,750, so I know that goes on top. And I know the 9,750 goes right down here. And my math tells me to do what? Tells me to divide. So I'm always going to put this number in first in my calculator. So I want to take $720 and I want to divide that by 9,750. That's going to give me 0.07384, but we just move that over 2 places, and that gives us a 7% interest rate. So I don't want you to think that these are challenging questions. I want you to understand that you just work these, practice these, and you will do just fine. So again, I know there's a lot of scribbling on there, but hopefully that will kind of get you lined out on that specific question. Well, I want to remind you, if you have not done so, be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be sure and click on the bell, because that will notify you when we do other live streaming like this. But be sure and subscribe. We'd love to have you as a subscriber. Don't forget, Global Real Estate School, we have a wonderful support page where you can get information to a lot of the topics that you might need help with. But we are excited at Global Real Estate School. We've got some great things happening right now. Have a brand new coaching program that we've launched, and it is amazing. You can actually take it right from your smartphone, but there's short video tips where I'm coaching you on how to make a living selling real estate, how to be a successful real estate agent. So very excited about that. We're giving special discounts, of course, to our Global Real Estate School clients. So that's another reason you want to pick us for a school. We can help you out in Florida, Hawaii. We're approved in Virginia, Indiana, Oklahoma, Missouri, of course, where I'm from. And we work with training partners out of Kansas. You can still go online through their school. We power their information, as well as South Dakota School of Real Estate in South Dakota. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope the audio and everything went okay. Again, this was kind of a test, but hopefully the math will help you understand how to do a problem as we just did. And I meant to mention one other thing about, it's a straight note was in the problem. Straight note is interest only. Okay, good. You don't pay anything down on the principal. It's interest only, straight note. That's why our digital flashcards are so helpful to our students who take the
Just
school. So,
manually putting it in.
listen, thank you so much. I want you to go out, make it a great day. Appreciate your support, and Global Real Estate School for all your educational real estate needs.
I may need to transfer you over